Hi, this is Intuitive Heart Healer, the Love Guru Blaire, and today I want to talk to you about finding a man or finding a woman to complete you. First off, this is ridiculous thinking and it just needs to stop. Okay, I'll tell you why. Because the energy in our world has changed and more people are realizing that you are completely whole being just you as yourself. No other person completes you. Now, I know back in the day, many of us were told, like, you need to find a husband, go find a husband, hurry up, go do that. Or when are you going to get married? Go find a wife. You know, there was that pressure there. And then also, like, in the 90s, that movie came out, Jerry Maguire, where he says to her, I think it was like in an elevator, like, you complete me. Well, I know that that was romanticized, but that is really scary. And if a guy ever said that to me, if a guy ever says that to you, or a woman ever says that to you, run. Run. Run as fast as you can, because that is some scary territory. Because you are a complete person yourself. You don't need anyone to be making you happy, to be bringing you financial stability, to be bringing you anything. You have that all within you. And if you don't think that you have it, then that is something that is your job. It is your responsibility to get to know yourself and to figure that out for yourself on how you can complete you. Now, also what I'd like to talk about in this video is the duality of needing a relationship and not needing a relationship. Now, there are, yes, there's the idea that you are whole completely as you are. So then there's a lot of people that are divorced, and I've heard this from a lot of women, but I know men have this attitude as well, is that you don't need another woman or a man because you've already dealt with that. You're whole who you are, and you don't need somebody else. Well, the truth of it is you are human and you are here to learn lessons, and the way that you learn lessons is through relationship, through intimate relationship. Now, of course, you could learn lessons through any other relationship, but the way that you have advanced learning, and again, this is your choice whether you want to look at relationships like this or not, but this is the spiritual way to view relationships, is that you're here to learn lessons through them. So on one hand, you're complete by yourself and you're whole on your own, but on the other end, you do need a relationship so you can learn lessons. So the idea is for you to go into a relationship feeling whole, being whole, truly knowing yourself, and then bringing that wholeness to a relationship, and then you learn your lessons from that relationship. You're in partnership to learn. Now, I just want to say another point here. The only way that you truly get to know yourself is through spiritual healing. And I have been talking about this and sharing this a lot with the world because this stuff totally clicked to me maybe over the last couple months, that this was the thing that made the big difference in my spiritual transformation, in my spiritual growth. Because you can read all the books that you want forever and ever, and I was doing this for many years, reading and learning and learning and learning and reading, you know, a real dedicated learner. And those are the people that I tend to attract, are people that are like really wanting to get to those higher levels of vibration, of a happier life, more peace, more love, and just to be fully expanded and also to experience all their dreams. So, you know, you're kind of pushing it and pushing it and learning and learning. Well, if you're doing that, falls into the category of spiritual growth or personal help or personal growth. Well, that's all good and dandy, and that gives you the foundation, but the way that you step it up a notch is to do spiritual healing. Now, spiritual healing is you work with a teacher, and I'm happy to be your teacher. You work with a healer or a teacher, and I happen to be both. Surprise, surprise, lucky you. So, and this is what happened to me. It's not like I'm just sharing something with you blindly, but this is what I experienced, and this is what took my spiritual changes to a whole different level. because this has to do with energy work and then processing stuff. And this was a teacher and a healer who came into my life, one person, teacher and healer, who came into my life in like 2005. And since then, I have been non-stop going through spiritual healing, and it has brought me to a different level. I look at life totally different than I did many years ago, and it constantly is changing. Now my growth is like super fast, and if you're interested in kind of turbo speeding that growth, and again, really getting to know yourself, then I suggest you jump on the spiritual healing boat and schedule yourself a private healing session with me. And I will be your guide to take you through those transitions and through those changes, because things get kind of wacky when you're going through spiritual growth. A lot of like kind of weird things happen, but then your life, like you have these realizations, and then your life opens up, and then you're just experiencing like this higher level of bliss. Now, I can't explain it any further because it's a thing that you experience, but working with somebody is what takes your growth to a higher level. And this is how you truly get to know yourself. You are not going to really truly get to know yourself and clear away all those layers of gunk of like anger and fear and resentment and like just everything that we gather. And if you don't think you're carrying it, you totally are. Because I never thought I was carrying all this stuff, and then until this all came to my awareness, because it was ready to be released. So if you're noticing that stuff now in your life, it's ready to be released. And just schedule something so you could get that boost and you could start working with me to start clearing that stuff out. And that's when you truly get to know yourself. So this is brought back to that whole thing on how you're whole as you are, who you are. You're not going to truly, even though I'm saying, hey, that's ridiculous thinking, you're not going to truly believe it. You're not going to truly know it until you go through your spiritual healing. Otherwise, you're going to keep going through life looking for a partner to complete you. And you know what? You're not going to find happiness that way. You're not going to find true partnership that way. And I'm sorry if that sounds harsh, but the thing is I experienced that myself. And if you want to talk about wasted time, which there is no wasted time because everything's a lesson, but also on the other hand, the human side of me is like, oh, I wasted all those years, whereas I could have done spiritual healing and just focused on that and not have to go through the pain and the upset and whatever else came along with it. It was a lot of other stuff that came along with it. Anger, frustration, resentment, blah, blah, blah. You can name the whole thing. I went through the whole gamut, and I wouldn't want you to go through that. So start with spiritual healing. Main things to remember here is you are whole the exact way that you are. You are complete. You don't need a partner to complete you. The other tip, if someone says to you, you complete me, run for the hills, because you know that person has not done spiritual growth. You know that person is still looking for something outside of them to complete them. I would run. I would run. And then the third thing is to start on the path of spiritual healing so you can truly get to know yourself so you're feeling whole. And then the other thing is to get into relationships so you can learn lessons. Don't keep yourself isolated. Don't keep yourself separated from men or women that are out there because you're afraid to get hurt, you don't want to go through the drama again, blah, blah, blah. Go in there knowing that you're going to learn. And learn your lessons so you can keep on going up levels, so you could have more awareness. And your life will just get better. Better and better. I promise you. I've experienced it myself. It's amazing. That is my long tip for today, which had many tips in it. So I hope you enjoyed them. And you could contact me for more information at loveguru.net. And I'm sending you lots and lots of love. I wish you the best in love. Bye-bye.